I want to be pretty. They have more than just beautiful vocabulary, but society's views and my truths do not agree. And I admit I have adorned the quintessential and lost track of essentials, sizing myself up to the media's debauchery, a catalyst of insecurity, where ignorance deletes purity, subtracts from esteem, and I have tallied on my forearms where I have fallen short. And then I have tallied over those tallies, and with time I have lost score. I have had the opportunity to weigh 183, and my stretch marks like zebra stripes ripple deep. And I don't get what you mean, that my insides are priceless, but my value in weight and scale is cheap. What is sexy? The muting of my brain and then some booming double D's, a size 0 or a 3 longer legs that knock them dead, and some plastic surgery.
Go ahead.
Inside corrosive with bulimia nervosa. I have tried and still was unsatisfied. I have etched the name of every state I have traveled into my sides. I have protected myself with quick wit and a sharp tongue, because you cannot hurt what I cannot love. And then society creates self-image, a stigma created that we hand down to our young, and they perpetuate it. And if it's not God-given, then we pay for it, like collagen, tummy tucking, breast implants, and lipo-sucking. We paint our pretty faces, glamour reinventing what the salespeople are selling. Soul searching, soul stealing, revealing that they have cream for every pores and shades in every color. They have whiter teeth by the dollar and tanning beds by the hour. We spend a lifetime fighting age, and then we all die regardless the upkeep of the cage. We are enslaved by our own self-hate. And for so long I was convinced my dark features were wrong. But I got tired of that same old song, my milkshake will not bring all the boys to the yard. And maybe my education is not topic for masturbation, but I'm tired of that fucking equation. So forget Barbie, like what did Ken see in her? Did he ever consider her little sister Skipper? Or did he just miss her? Skip her. Because I reckon she had an IQ beyond, that she could beckon the seas come, and that she's freckin' Z'd in Psalms. And we are all bad bitches in our own right. So let me work hard and then push my own car and wear these scars with pride. Because I am not fake. You cannot duplicate this face. I look like my mom and my dad. And I reckon one day I will put out my own ad, one that will say that life is too short to hate, even yourself. And the body is merely the vessel that holds your happiness and health. And when we get old, we all look old, despite spent wealth. So I pray that my words get noted before my face and my backside, words that generate straight quoted from my flawless insides.
8.9? 9.8? 9.3? 10? 9.5? All right. You can give it up for Deb one more time.
This took me 5 minutes and 47 seconds to write, because it just fell out and then it just felt right. You know, he asked me if I had any poetry memorized that was not my own, and then I laughed it off and I answered, no. I brushed off all her seance poetry, which was written for a child and then handed down to me. It was the mismanagement of a child's hood that you ironed and pressed. My mother, my hero. Or Daddy taught me how to drive, and Big Brother taught me tough skin. But my nature, my intuitive, and the way I choose to live, I got it from my mama. And I am proud of it. The way I know literature and the books you kept that I did read, the diary I opened at 8 years old, where you taught me how to keep a diary. You know, I started to document and write my tiny and innocent poetry. I started to write and document my tiny and innocent poetry to write my legacy one piece at a time. I got it from my mama, the talent and the rhyme. And you know, school showed me Spanish, and after school, I learned to sign. But you told me we were Italian, and questa poesa e per mia madre. This poem is yours this time, and so I write, because there is more to this. The way you draw people in with your intelligence, I learned how to open. and then I learned when it was time to close. And I watched you build a home where there was little heart, and then I watched you take it down and fix every little part, my even tan, my dominant left hand, my strong mind, and my art. I got it from my mama. She was the reaper of this seed, where I credit you for all my courage, and I introduce you inspirationally, where if I could say I rose above the turmoil and I turned my life around, you know, I watched you do it first, and I continue to watch you do it now. So we once called you the babysitter, because you were a child yourself. But I've never had a babysitter restore me back to health, and no one ever took me in lovingly, post and overdose, and told me they saw the future in me, and then drew me ever close. So I call myself a poet, but I really will never know. And then you tell me I am a poet, and I just go from that flow, because this did not take me very long to write. I think I mentioned from the jump, I only had a few minutes in time to tell you I have copywritten so many qualities for you, like my gracious and my grateful and my stubborn attitude, where I can't be wrong, but I know I can't always be right. My emotional, my spiritual, my deep insight. These are the things I adopted, the things I got solely from my mom. And I think I have less anxiety just knowing you are around, so I thank you for giving me this. This idea I can feel climbing out of me, cooking in my belly, just waiting to scream. I dream in words. I see sentences in every gesture, in every face, in my gut, in my core, in every nook, in every place. I am covered in that sentiment. You know, the one where energy and inspiration ignite that warm, I can't wait to say feeling in the chest, where the heart gets excited, trying to figure out how to say or punctuate next, where it can all just depend on the emphasis. You gave me this. The love of writing and the ability to put it out there and say that I got it from my mama, who I pay homage and I give praise. Woo!